If you can capture the attention of someone you love who seems to ignore your emotions and treats you as insignificant, the feeling of neglect from a loved one or someone you admire can be utterly unbearable. However, you can change this behavior and prompt them to prioritize you. This video highlights 10 key concepts on how to become an intriguing person whom others eagerly want to spend time with. It emphasizes the importance of each discussed rule, so we recommend watching it all to understand the significance of each in improving your relationships. So the first rule is to reserve certain things for yourself and maintain some mysteries. Keeping some charm hidden, not revealing everything about yourself, can be powerful, and this hidden quality is truly fascinating. Nowhere to be found, this can guide you in this direction, so stay engaged but also keep some secrets, like a book containing some hidden chapters. Think of yourself as a puzzle that others want to solve to maximize your curiosity and enthusiasm. Share bits of your life over time, allowing them to gradually discover more about you in a careful and intentional manner. The legendary Cleopatra is a wonderful example of such an approach. She was not only powerful and beautiful, but also maintained mystery by concealing her thoughts and motives. She intrigued and charmed those around her to truly captivate her audience. The secret is to be unexpected, to forge your own path through uncharted territories, which will pique their interest. Avoid revealing all your cards too quickly. Allow them to join you on your adventure and discover new ideas about you along the way. Think of your life as a book, with several chapters slowly revealing different aspects of your charming personality. Never lay all your cards on the table at once to make yourself more intriguing. Maintain an air of mystery, but this is just the beginning. Another equally important rule is to instill a fear of losing you. People tend to underestimate what comes easily but value more what they could lose. Think of yourself as irreplaceable, so much so that the mere thought of your absence causes agony. You're not just one among many alternatives. You hold significant meaning in their lives. How to convey this impression? By demonstrating self-sufficiency and showing that you are more than capable of taking care of yourself, finding contentment in your life without revealing all the details. Others will be puzzled by finding themselves in your world, seeing it as a rare opportunity rather than something to be expected. This philosophy is akin to mastering the art of managing thoughts when uncontrollable circumstances arise. Understanding this concept strengthens your independence, and an intriguing life becomes a source of your strength. People will see you as exceptional, not just someone seeking recognition. They will strive to maintain a connection with you, chasing after you or seeking your attention. You won't need to pursue them. You're the one they want to engage with, seeing you as a valuable asset. Let's follow in the footsteps of Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak during their early collaboration at Apple as a model of how an engineer made a significant contribution to creating the company's first computers. From the outset, Jobs recognized Wozniak's valuable technical and creative skills, which were crucial to Apple's success. Jobs acknowledged Wozniak's indispensable role in the project and closely collaborated with him to showcase his talents. Wozniak wasn't just a partner, he was a vital member without whom Jobs would have faced significant obstacles. This underscores the importance of recognizing the inherent value of individuals within a group, who ultimately become indispensable assets in any joint endeavor. Instead of relying on external sources of joy, the third rule is to pave your own path to happiness. This involves understanding that genuine satisfaction is an internal journey. Cultivate confidence and self-sufficiency, and watch as others are drawn to your magnetic aura. Strive to experience full satisfaction through your own efforts. A fulfilled and joyful attitude will enhance your desirability. It's no secret that we're all drawn to those who exude authenticity and confidence. By finding happiness within yourself, you emit a radiant glow that motivates those around you. To satisfy you, live as a joyful and complete individual. This quality is attractive because it takes the burden of your happiness off others. On the other hand, you want to impart happiness to others, which fills your heart and enriches your life. Therefore, your aura exudes attractiveness and self-assurance, which draw others to you. Enjoy the present moment. Don't worry about the future, as Seneca said. It's the key to true happiness. Making yourself happy is entirely possible. Consider the case of Theodore Roosevelt, who, despite the tragic loss of his wife and mother on the same day, managed to find joy in life. His active and dynamic lifestyle, which included boxing and helping others, became a source of happiness and energy that came from within rather than from external approval. It's no wonder he was embraced as a leader despite all adversities. He found joy and purpose within himself, becoming extraordinary in history and cultivating inner happiness. Rule number 1, increase your value so people want to invest in you. Understanding that you are unique and valuable makes you not just an existing entity, but a significant participant in others' lives. Remember, when something comes too easily, it's often undervalued. When people invest their time, feelings, and efforts in you, your connection becomes stronger and deeper, transitioning from superficial interest to genuine care. Avoid chasing attention or attachment. Instead, show that you can make a valuable contribution to their lives, deserving sincere respect. Allow them to invest in you voluntarily, and in return, demonstrate your presence that they can't resist. As Seneca said, precious stones must be polished to shine. Similarly, for people to improve, they must overcome difficulties. This shows that a person's value is not only determined by their existence, but also by their striving for self-improvement. Let's consider the story of Alexander the Great and his mentor Aristotle. For the young prince, Aristotle was not just an instructor but a mentor, an enlightener of intellect and understanding of the qualities necessary for ruling an empire. Alexander, known for his ambitions and intellect, understood the value of his teacher's lessons and invested much time and energy in learning from him. The bonds they shared surpassed the traditional dynamics of mentors and students. Alexander considered his teacher a priceless asset, an incomparable repository of insight. Aristotle didn't simplify Alexander's education. Instead, he developed a complex curriculum to endow his protege with the gift of keen intellect. Indeed, it was the complexity of Aristotle's lessons that proved necessary for Alexander's ascent. Rule number 5. Don't make someone so central in your life that to keep things fresh and interesting in relationships, it's important not to make someone the center of your universe. While it's easy to get swept up in another's orbit, it's crucial to maintain your own sense of identity. Imagine yourself as a bright star, shining with your own unique light and energy. It's important to have your own dreams, goals, and individuality separate from the person you're with. This mindset not only makes you more intriguing, but also piques your partner's curiosity about your life. Keep things exciting by maintaining your individuality and sense of adventure. By doing so, your relationships will flourish. Consider the words of Marcus Aurelius: maintaining independence in relationships fosters personal growth and adds enthusiasm and freedom to partnership. It's about improving each other while remaining true to yourself. By not making your partner the center of your world, you become more attractive. The idea is to live a life outside of relationships and ultimately achieve inner peace. If you're good to yourself, you'll be good to the world. Allow me to introduce Sir Isaac Newton, the eminent scientist who revolutionized our understanding of the cosmos. He took time to pursue personal passions and maintain friendships, striking a healthy balance between work and personal life. This made him not only a brilliant scholar but also a multifaceted individual. His intellect and self-assurance were qualities that made him an admirable figure. By balancing his personal independence with a strong work ethic, he served the interests of his own needs in any relationship. It's important to recognize your own worth and avoid situations where it is not respected or treated properly. Never settle for less than you deserve. You are too important for that. Your personal happiness should never come second, especially to someone who mistreats you. By prioritizing your own happiness over everything else, you show that no one puts you in a position to feel unworthy or insignificant. Remember, in relationships, you are equals and your emotions matter. You are not here to seek validation or to be ignored. In life, it's important to prioritize self-respect and happiness for healthy and positive relationships. By protecting yourself and your beliefs, you gain more influence in the lives of others. Remember what Marcus Aurelius wisely stated: it's not what happens to us, but how we perceive it that truly affects us. So always keep your interests and goals in mind, following the rule of prioritizing yourself above all else. Lucius Quinctius Cincinnatus, a renowned Roman leader, demonstrates the importance of adhering to one's own values and self-respect in relationships. This idea aligns with Rule 6 and underscores the need for careful consideration and resolution of situations. Cincinnatus possessed exceptional competence in military matters, but his unwavering commitment to his beliefs set him apart, even when he was compelled to act against his principles for personal gain. Remaining steadfast in his convictions, he prioritized his personal beliefs and desires, withdrawing to his modest abode when his leadership was overshadowed by more complex societal and political conflicts, and by those who couldn't appreciate his principles. This experience underscores the importance of placing interests and morals above all else, and serves as an excellent example of how to maintain self-respect and fulfill one's own needs, vital in every aspect of life. Remember this empirical rule, rule number 7. Never be ready and don't wait, for exceptional and scarce formations should not be ubiquitous. Don't let anyone steal your time, you must understand this. Trust me, you must put yourself first. Imagine a life where you're not stuck waiting for your entire existence. It should never be directed toward meeting the expectations or desires of others. You, with your own adventures to embark on, should start. And anyone who has a chance to be included should thank your lucky stars. When it comes to relationships, maintaining balance is crucial. Instead of constantly sacrificing your own needs for others, it's clear that your time and attention are valuable. It's important to show that you have your own passions and goals because this usually sparks people's interest. They begin to wonder about your activities, bringing them closer to you. On the other hand, being too readily available creates the impression that you can be easily obtained, but you have value and you must recognize that fact. This is not about gambling, it's about self-respect. Consider what Seneca said when examining your habits in dating. It's about prioritizing what's best for you in relationships. Instead of showing that your life revolves around relationships and that your time is invaluable, don't be afraid to lose something just because it's not always available. According to Seneca, our fears often cause us unnecessary suffering. Therefore, by valuing your own time and thoughts, you can truly improve your relationships and make them more beneficial for both parties. One who deserves our attention is the passionate and skillful mathematician Ada Lovelace. She gained prominence as one of the first programmers. Despite living in a time when women were confined to certain roles, she forged her own path. Dedicating herself to her work, tackling complex mathematical problems, and collaborating with notable figures. Her commitment to her own efforts and her readiness to prioritize the empowerment of others are exemplified in her unique story, highlighting the attractiveness of staying true to oneself and how it can resonate with others. Fueled by enthusiasm for her work and sharp intellect, Ada blazed her own trail, captivating others along the way. Recalling rule number 8, we find balance in our relationships by not always taking on the role of initiating conversations. Instead, we acknowledge the importance of giving others the opportunity to start dialogues. Sometimes it's crucial to let others take control, demonstrating your involvement in various hobbies and activities while also gauging their level of interest in you. By initiating conversations all the time, you may inadvertently convey that you are always available. This is not about gambling. It's about nurturing relationships based on respect and mutual efforts. Remember the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, who said that the perfect method of retaliation against someone who has wronged you is to refrain from imitating their actions. Find a good balance of emotions. This is rule number 10 on your journey to becoming important to someone. It's also important to maintain self-respect and avoid copying behavior that creates imbalance or makes you feel undervalued. Don't constantly seek attention or approval. Finally, remember not to become too emotionally attached. Following these recommendations can help in healthy communication. Rule number 9 is to find the perfect balance in relationships. Make sure your emotions never dominate the connection between you and your partner. While they listen and appreciate your thoughts, suppressing excessive feelings is not the answer. However, maintaining self-control is a trick. Putting too much emphasis on displaying emotions can diminish your value. As Seneca said, the most effective method of dealing with anger is practicing restraint. This quote sums up the essence of the 9th rule. Show patience and control over our emotions when it comes to relationships. Rule number 10. Don't hesitate to exit harmful relationships. The essence of this rule is to recognize your worth and refuse to tolerate any disrespect. It's crucial to set specific boundaries for how you want to be treated in any relationship. However, once these boundaries are repeatedly ignored, gather the courage to move forward, even if you feel very strong. This indicates that you consider yourself highly respected and won't tolerate abuse. Sometimes it's better to send a signal of seriousness by being prepared to exit a situation, which allows the other person to realize how important their behavior is to you. If you want to keep them in your life, you shouldn't cling to relationships that don't bring happiness and trust, but rather focus on building healthy relationships based on mutual respect. Having the courage to leave when necessary is important. As Marcus Aurelius said, your mind is something you can control even when external circumstances are beyond your influence. With this understanding, you can maintain your resilience and self-esteem regardless of the turbulence in your life. To make an indelible impression on those around you, we present 10 key techniques, including creating an atmosphere of confidentiality, setting boundaries and priorities, and being open to the contributions of others. Finding a balance in communication, avoiding shifting everything onto someone else, and strengthening your own emotional resilience and happiness make you more attractive. Remember that the power of choice is always in your hands, and the pursuit of building positive relationships is not egocentric, but a path to harmony and caring for both yourself and others. One way out of any situation is to surround yourself only with those who respect and value your worth. If you appreciate these teachings, show your support by clicking the like button and subscribing to our community, which values morality, courage, and self-control. Let us know how you plan to incorporate these Stoic principles into your life in the comments below. We are not just a channel, but a unified group, a community sharing a common goal of respect and purpose. Together, we are stronger. Join us now by subscribing to the channel and joining our journey driven by intentions.